Okay, today I'm gonna demonstrate the trunk release that I fitted for the DeLorean. So the kit is from the Wings-a-Loft team. Here's the sort of the part number and stuff for it, if you can see that. And it kind of comes as a kit. It's got a large solenoid in it and some brackets and some other stuff. You actually fit it to, that's the stock mechanism there, and then there's some adjustments to it, and it links over to a large solenoid, and then the wiring runs into the car, and you route it through the same grommet that the trunk release cable goes through. So you can see the setup there. And what I've done is, it seems like a lot of people would hook it up to the to their remote lock, and the Wings-a-Loft crowd have a remote door lock and stuff, and the door poppers, and but rather than do that, I just hooked it up to a momentary switch. So the trick was where to mount the dang switch. So here I've got, you can see this is the console area. I'm going to replace these with magnetic switches. I'm getting really tired of these mechanical things. So what I wanted to do was, rather than having to reach, you can see, to open it normally, you have to reach down and grab this lever here, and you can see that's the end of the, up there is the end of the cable that came from the release mechanism. And you can see it kind of pulls on it. There's some people run into trouble because you can hear it pop there, because that cable ends up fraying. Like you can see, that one's kind of coming apart. It's not the greatest mechanism. When you pull on it, the new spring settings and stuff inside allows it to make sure it pops open. Before, you had to reach under there, kind of like this, at the same time as you were holding onto the hood, and then made sure it pulled up. So that was the old way. So not terribly classy, you know. You go to the gas station and you have to reach under here to get this lever, right? You have to pull on this lever. So instead, I mounted this. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. So it's just the same switches that I used in the main console rebuild, except this one's a momentary switch. You just press on this one end, and it wires into a relay, which is up in that wiring mess, and it ties into the permanent power, so that when the car's off you can still pop the hood, and it wires into a ground. And what it does is the momentary switch just connects the ground through the relay, which sends power to the solenoid that triggers the door release. So let's see, try it out. You should be able to hear that was the solenoid firing. See that the hood's popped up a little bit. There you go. That's the hood open. Close the hood again. Let's do it. So the idea would be that instead of having to root around in the bowels of the driver footwell to get the hood open, you would just reach down here. Let's see if I can get a picture of you. There I am. Reach down here. You find the momentary switch. It's right underneath here, and that's the hood popped for you. It's a little bit more suitable for a garage or a gas station. So a lot easier. And that's on permanent power, so it's activated all the time. That was my wiring up of the trunk release mechanism.